I played for the Niagara Power out of Niagara Falls, New York. It was a Fellowship of Christian Athletes team. On the weekends, went to churches and did little kids camps, and at these camps and churches, we gave our testimonies. I didn't feel like mine was really worth telling because I had done nothing significantly bad, and I was just a good kid that, you know, went home and ate and did his homework and played sports, and that's about it. I was in the pew of a church, almost in tears, asking God if He would give me a story to tell, and He did. On this day, I looked at the lineup card, and I was playing center field, which was awesome. I took a picture of it, and I was so excited. On the bus ride there, I was looking at stats, and I think I was second in the league for my batting percentage. The first few at-bats, I had got a couple hits, and I had taken over that spot, feeling like I was on top of the world when I took over that #1 spot in batting average for the league. And little did I know that my time was coming. Shallow fly ball was hit into left center. The left fielder, this big stocky guy, he hit me in my back, basically pushed everything on the left side of my body over, dislocated my shoulder, and at that point, that's pretty much all I knew. He caught the ball, and I knew I was laying on my back in center field, looking up at the sky with absolutely no air that I could get in or out of my body. And as Mason Irby threw the ball in, he looked back at me, and I'll never forget his face. That this scene, this horrific scene, it was kind of being played out right before his eyes and before mine. And as he watched me just struggle for air, struggle to breathe, all I could think about was, I'm not going to be able to hit again. And he was thinking, this guy is going to die. During that time, that 35 minutes, along with the over 30-minute helicopter ride, I couldn't speak, didn't have enough breath to even say a word. I just knew in my heart that this is my story. As I got to the hospital, I was pulled off the helicopter. They basically told me that my shoulder was broken. I had 3 ribs that were broken, had a lacerated spleen, and I had a few vertebrae in my neck and back that were fractured. One of my ribs, when it broke, it punctured a hole in my lung, and that's why I was struggling so bad. They showed up, walked in, and before they really even saw me, they saw a number, a significant number that I happen to be wearing on my jersey right now, and it was the room number. They immediately thought, like, he's in God's hands. We don't know what we're walking into as soon as we walk through this door, but we do know whose hands he's in. That was amazing, going from collegiate athlete to not being able to walk. As I stood up for the first time, I felt so unathletic. I felt like I was gonna fall down. I didn't have any strength in my legs. The people of Niagara have become so much like family to me, and the Niagara Power especially. This little guy named James, who had drawn me pictures while I was in the hospital, but he went to watch a guy that he didn't even know. He went to watch him because he was my friend. He drove multiple hours to do that just because he wanted to say, hey, I know Ethan hurt. We're praying for him. We know he's a good guy. Like, he heard the news, he jumped in the car, and he was there. And he actually stayed with me on one of my worst nights. I didn't sleep. I didn't want to move. You know, he was patient and so loving. And John Bolton is one of those guys. I had so many people from Trevecca, some people that I didn't even know. I didn't get to practice. I didn't get to do anything, just rehabbed. When the first game rolled around, I was excited. I was pumped, and I actually hit a home run on my first game back. The first week, I was named the Athlete of the Week. So 9 games passed, I found out that I needed Tommy John surgery. I was out for another year basically. I said, I'm not giving up. I'm not going to get out here and I'm not going to play scared. I'm not going to slide feet first when I know that I can slide head first, faster. As I said in the beginning, I felt like my story wasn't, worth hearing. And it's really not, basically everyone's story is worth hearing. At that point, I didn't see that my story was going to be worth hearing because I didn't want to be up on stage for 30 seconds and say I was a good guy and God, came into my life and that's it. But the big part of that is God came into my life, period. It's not about, how much I had to go through to get to God. It's how much God went through so I can come to Him. If you say, look, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, that's it. That's all you need. As soon as I said that Christ is in my heart, that's my testimony and that's all that matters. I'm Ethan Hurt, and this is my story.